Hi guys, welcome back to the Ravenous Rebellion Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I love each and every single one of you. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a collective message. Once again, thanks for being here. These messages are not going to resonate with everybody, okay? Because the collective is like millions of people. I'm not expecting it to resonate with everybody. Okay, if it do resonate with you, good. If it doesn't resonate with you, maybe next time. Okay, now drop my shit, okay. All right, so let's see what messages do we have for the collective. What messages do we have for the collective today? Messages for the collective. What do you want them to know? What messages do you have for the collective? What messages do you have for the collective? Okay, let's see. So we have stop sensory overload, appreciate the beauty of the moon, set limits with draining people. And under the deck it says center yourself. Take a few deep breaths to regain your center. Now you can approach life from a more mindful place. Okay. So stop sensory overload. If too much is coming at you too fast, decrease your stimulation level, take a break from people, dim the lights, and savor quietude. Appreciate the beauty of the moon. To come and center yourself, or to simply experience awe, gaze at the moon tonight. Absorb the purity of her energy and sublime presence. Sublime presence. One of the two. Set limits of draining people. When people are depleting you, kindly set a limit, such as, I only have 10 minutes to listen now. Such self-care is respectful and empowering. Okay? So, this is a good message because a lot of us are feeling some type of sensory overload, especially because of the Aquarius full moon. And you know Aquarius is all about like the group and humanitarianism, trying to like be, I would say, like trying to be the bigger person in most cases, because the world that we're living in right now, if I'm being totally honest with you, the world that we're living in right now, people don't give a fuck about nobody. They can see you dying on the ground, dying on the floor, you on the floor bleeding, dying. They would rather pull out their phones and make a video to post it on TikTok instead of helping you or calling 911. Or people don't care. People don't care about humankind anymore. Well, at least some people. Some people do. Some people don't. Most people don't, especially the younger generation right now. They don't care. They don't. And what I'm realizing too is that the young people now, they're like so disrespectful. You know, when you were growing up, you were taught to respect your elders. And of course, if an elder doesn't respect themselves, then I don't expect you to respect them. But still, growing up, whether your elders were mean or rude or disrespectful to you, you show them some type of courtesy. But now people don't, the young people don't care. The generations like now, they don't care. Maybe you can tell by me saying these things that I'm not from the younger generation. I'm a little bit older. You can tell by my hands, okay? But coming back to the reading, I don't know why I was picking that up. So I feel like for some of you, you may have younger people approaching you. People are a little bit younger than you, or maybe you're probably the senior or whatever, who've been very disrespectful when it comes to you or your energy, or just being in your presence, just being in your presence. And you're wondering what's happening. What's really happening is that majority of the young people nowadays, most of them don't even pray. Okay, most of them do not pray. Most of them do not worship. not worship, I wouldn't say worship, but most of them don't look to God for answers. They don't look to the old school. They don't look like our parents growing up and stuff like that. You'd always hear them telling us, you gotta pray, or you gotta give thanks to God, or you gotta show gratitude, or you gotta be grateful and stuff like that. Most young people nowadays, they don't even show gratitude to even their parents. Okay, they're disrespectful, very disrespectful, and they're consumed by the internet. Yes, everything is internet now. Everything is about the internet. Everything is on the internet. Everything, you have access to everything on the internet. But with that, there are also turning to like drugs and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about weed. Weed is, weed, and weed is, like Bob Marley said, the healing of the nation, right? But I'm talking about the synthetic weed that they be smoking and thinking that, oh, I'm cool because I'm smoking weed. No, you're smoking poison. Whatever it is, it's not organic. Okay? There's if you want to smoke weed, go to the Caribbean or go to Amsterdam, go somewhere. Don't, especially in America, the stuff that you're buying in the packet and the stuff that you're buying in the vials and whatever it is that they sell it in, or because I don't smoke no weed over here. I don't smoke no weed, okay, anymore over here, okay. Anything that doesn't have seeds in it, it's not organic. It's synthetic. So the stuff that they're smoking, they're high on whatever it is that they're smoking, and they're going crazy. They don't know how to act. They're slow, to be honest with you. And I have nothing against young people. Do what you do, but don't be out here disrespecting the elders when the elders grew up on the real shit, the real weed with seeds, weed where you pop the seeds and your head go pop, okay? Because the shit y'all smoking right now, that shit is not weed. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's not weed. And the other thing too, they're like popping pills, like so young, kids in high school, middle school, popping fucking pills, ecstasy or whatever it is that they call them. They have so many different drugs that they're on now, instead of turning to God, instead of giving their problems to God, asking the Most High God for help. They don't want to do that, okay? And for what I'm picking up here is for people who have kids in like I'm not talking about grown ass kids, like adult kids. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about kids with within the age bracket of middle school and high school and stuff like that, because so much they're influenced so easily, okay? They're influenced so easily when they're out there with the gang and with the group. Like I said, it's Aquarius energy. It's all about the group. It's all about the gang. It's about the clan. It's about who's with who and who's not with who, and who's fighting for who and who's not fighting for who. Trust me, I know, because I was there, okay? I was there. Not in this era, but I was there. So I know exactly what it is that goes on. I may not know everything. Like I said, I'm a little bit older, but I have an idea of what's going on. And I have a grown kid, okay? So, yes, like I was saying, over a sensory overload. So there may be some of them acting out when it comes to their parents and stuff like that. They're acting out. Some of them may be hallucinating because of the full moon that we just had. Hallucinating because they're on these drugs and they're taking these drugs and they're disrespecting their parents. They're hitting on their parents and stuff like that. But to be honest, I'm not like, I can't even draw a line. I'm going to tell you why I can't draw a line. Because those who had like very neglectful parents, those with neglectful parents, it's like, and I'm not bashing anybody's parenting skills, because I know sometimes it's hard out here. You have to go to work. You have to allow them to, sometimes you don't have a choice but to let them out of your sight. Okay, I'm just gonna say out of your sight. Maybe you don't have proper childcare. Maybe you can't afford to have proper childcare. Maybe you have no help from your family members. And I'm blessed because I had help from my family members. So I'm blessed. When my daughter was growing up, when I fell, they were there to pick her up. You know what I mean? But there are people who are not that lucky, okay, and their kids who grew up in hostile environments. I was looking at some I was on social media, I think I was on YouTube or something, and there was a compilation of something about kids, and I saw this kid running out from a house, like this young girl, and running into another person's house, saying that her dad or her stepdad or something was trying to violate her or something like that. So they turn to like stuff like that, maybe because of neglect. You understand? So some of them, there's a reason. Some of them may have grown up in like they're growing up right now. I'm talking about right now. They're growing up in foster homes and group homes and stuff like that. So they're open and they're experiencing all types of different types of violence and abuse and molestation and all that kind of stuff. But I'm talking about those that are growing up they're seeing that their mom's doing their best, or their dad is doing the best, or they're in a 2-family home and they're being provided for, and they're just like, oh, they're just off the hook with it. Like they're just like trying to fit in wherever they fit in, and if they turn into drugs and stuff like that, into hitting on the parents and cussing at the parents and stuff like that, is very disrespectful, and I've seen it over and over again. Okay, so I don't know why I had to do that little spiel, but it's sensory overload. So I'm feeling like maybe those of you parents who are going through that, maybe you need a third party to intervene. Maybe you need some type of intervention for them before it gets out of hand. Okay. So appreciate the beauty of the moon. I read that already, and it said set limits with draining people, and the influence, whoever you have around you, that's who influenced you. What false person, you see under the deck? False person. So some of you may have someone in your energy, or someone around you, or someone around your kids that is false. Okay, that is false. Let me see what else in the distant horizon. It's gonna bring bad health. Okay, and that person may even go to prison. There's imprisonment here, so it could be that something that someone is planning. So this is like, I'm telling you what it is. I'm giving you a heads up as to what may come. You understand? And maybe you may be the one that's blamed for such a crime, or such some type of violent behavior, or some type of violence, or some type of abuse, or or maybe people are trying to say that you're a neglectful parent or something like that. Maybe they're saying that you're a neglectful parent. So be careful out there. Okay, like I said, this is a general message. If it doesn't resonate with you, maybe next time. All right, so let's see what we have for the collective. Sudden wealth in the reverse. We have change in the reverse. We have courtship in the reverse, and we have official person in the reverse. They're all coming out in the reverse, and I'm going to keep them that way because you may have someone around you, someone that you may be in a relationship with, someone that may be courting you, someone that you thought would change your life, maybe improve your situation, especially if you're a single parent. You're feeling like there's someone who may have come into your life to improve the situation. Maybe this person tried to love bomb you. This person may be a narcissist. Okay, this person may be a narcissist. This person plays on your emotions. This person knows how to pull on your emotions. This person knows how to get whatever it is that they want from you. But this person doesn't mean you any well, because look, at everything is coming out in the reverse. That is not your official person. This is not someone that you're supposed to be with. This is not someone that you're supposed to build with. Okay. And it's a courtship. It's not going anywhere. It's one-sided. It's a one-sided courtship, and there's no change happening because you're not seeing this person for who they are. Okay, and unexpected income. Like I said, you thought that they would creme de la creme. You know what I mean? You thought that this is the person. This is it. This is the person that you were gonna do life with. This is the person that you were gonna build life with. But the whole time they've been expecting an expected income from you. So I'm feeling like this is someone who doesn't work, who doesn't go to work, they don't do anything. They sit around in the house all day and expect you to take care of them. So it doesn't seem like maybe when you met them, they probably did have a job, but then, came up with some type of excuse why they can't go to work, or they can't work, or they can't go out there and make it happen. So everything is falling on you. Everything is falling on your back right now. Okay? So I would say that, like I said, if it's too much, and this person is blocking your finances. Whoever this is someone putting blockages up in your life. This is someone who is causing blockages in your life. There may be a block in communication. Maybe you have blocked communication in some way with this person, or if not block communication, maybe you're trying to keep them out of your business. You're trying your hardest to keep them out of your business, because the 3 is about communication, the 3 is about working together, the 3 is about building. The 3 is I'm seeing is the 3 of Pentacles. When I look at this card, I'm seeing the 3 of Pentacles, although it's saying the 8 of Wands. I'm feeling like there's some block communication. So you guys may be arguing in the home a lot. This is causing like a lot of conflict in the home, especially if it's with a child, or if it's with a significant other. Maybe there's someone in your energy where they're spending in excessively. They're spending, they're using more, they're taking more than they're actually bringing in. And if this has to do with a relationship, it's like that's causing blockages in the relationship, because you feel like you're working hard. You flip it. If you're the one doing it, then it's you. If it's not you doing it, then it's the other person. You flip it where it goes. But there's some blockages here, because in order for you to build something, because the master number 22 is the master number 22 is the master builder. And if there's a blockage here, because there's 21 and then there's 22, so if there's a blockage here, that means you can't build anything with this person, or anything that you try to build with this person, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be at a standstill, especially if you're trying to build like a relationship or foundation with this person. Yes. It's like you're going back and forth, like you feel like you're going in circles. It's like the end defeat the means. Is that what they say? The end defeats the means. This is the labyrinth. It's like you're not being able to catch up with maybe the bills. You're not being able to catch up with what you owe, maybe your car payments and stuff like that. There may be someone here that's not keeping up with their child support payments, if that's something that you were depending on, if it's something that you were expecting to receive, and maybe that's where the conflict is coming in. If I'm picking up a conflict between a parent and a child, it's like they're following the crowd, because maybe they feel like you're not giving them enough, like you can do enough, so they're out there doing all types of negative things that's going to impact them in the long run, and it's probably because of finances. Okay, but there's hope. Okay, there's hope. Some of them may be changing. They may be able to change, turn a new leaf, maybe, if the communication lines are cleared up, and you're actually open with them and stuff like that. Because back to when we were growing up, our parents were very secretive. I know people who speak different languages, okay? Okay, let's say you're from a Spanish country and you were born in America, and your parents know how to speak Spanish, but they never taught the child, because whenever they wanted to talk and they wanted to keep secrets, or they wanted to talk about something that they didn't want the kids to know about, they spoke in Spanish, in order for them to not be able to, the language barrier, in order for the kids not to understand what they're talking about. Because when I was growing up, at the time I was growing up, like, for the parents, they were like, everything is too grown for us. Everything is too grown for us. We can have no discussion. Everything was a secret. Everything was hidden. And it's sad how even today parents are not being open with the kids. Parents are not being open with the kids. The lines of communication, they're not open, especially if you're from the Caribbean and you have a child and you're raising a child in a different country. You understand, everything is for born bred Americans, everything has always been open for them. Like, I don't know why it's so much hidden. Like everybody's hiding everything when it comes to people of the Caribbean, or in the, some tradition or something. I don't know what it is, but it's like it's really messing up the lives. Okay, it's really messing up their lives. Even if you don't want to tell them raw or whatever, find a way to tell them, find a way to talk to them about stuff, find a way to be open with them, so when they go out there and to explore, like, they're not surprised. Because my mom already told me that, my dad already told me that. Or if it's like a foster situation, you got to raise the kid just like you would raise your own when it comes to a foster situation. Okay, so the moon, the moon is about a lot of secrets, but this has to change. Okay, this has to change, and I feel like with the change coming in reverse, it's still not happening. There's a push and pull energy here. Like, people are still being secretive with the children. Look at it. The child is coming out. There's a wealth of knowledge. Like their kids going out there and living life and giving everybody the benefit of the doubt because they're naive and they've not been put on. It's your responsibility as a parent to put your child on. It's your responsibility as a parent to put your child on. I'm not saying that you're perfect and you're going to do everything 100% correct, but the little things that they need to know, it's imperative to how they react when you're not around, how they behave when you're not around. It's imperative that you teach them life skills, teach them things, give them wisdom. It doesn't kill you to give your kids wisdom, even though they know about sex at a young age. Maybe by them knowing about sex at a young age will prevent them from being a teen mom, okay, or going out there and being promiscuous and catching something that can't be healed. You understand? So I'm feeling this energy. I don't know why I'm feeling this energy. It's coming to me, and I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about. This is something that needs to be looked into, because a lot of these men out here, I'm telling you, a lot of these men out here, they 60, 70, 40, no, 40, 50, 60, 70, I wouldn't say 70, maybe I'm reaching. Let me not do that. 30, 40, 50, 60 old men, old fowls, okay, grown hardback men, they're out here offering 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old girls money to have sex. Things, okay? Things to have sex, like material things, in order for them to have sex with them, or in order for them to pull them in and stuff like that. Even the young boys too, because right now the LBGTQ WXY and Z is for everybody. So even the boys are being pulled into the direction of being promiscuous and being taken advantage of. So it's not even about the girls anymore. It's about the boys too. The boys are being SA'd and raped, and you know what I mean, and just fucking up the whole system. Fucking up their childhood, fucking up their heads, fucking up their minds, how they think, how they feel, and a lot of them are like acting out because of the harsh realities that they're facing, or because of us not teaching them, especially when we have kids in our presence. Like, we're blessed to have kids in our presence. A lot of us failed our kids. And I'm not even gonna lie. There's sometimes that I fell, and like I said, my people were there to pick up the pieces. You understand? But not everyone is as lucky. And if you do have your kids in your presence, it's important that you cherish them and you teach them the right thing and you teach them the right way. I know sometimes it's hard, but sometimes this is a sacrifice that you have to make, because if you choose to keep the child, and yes, you did have a choice. Okay, some people don't, but I'm saying majority of us, we didn't have the choice whether to keep it or not, and you decided to keep it. You owe that child, you owe that child a life that's not traumatizing. If there's anything that you can do in your power to not have your kids traumatized, please do it. Just do it, because there are too many kids astray now. There's too many of them astray. Too many kids astray, because look, under the deck, this is the sex card. Sex rules everything. You know, in the past, the stockings, you know the lingerie, is it stockings, the body thing with all the fishnet and stuff like that. That used to be worn like when you're having a special date night with your man, or when you want to feel super sexy and you want to entertain your man in the bedroom. Now it's out. Everybody's in the club with it. Everybody's in the club twerking their ass with some fishnet outfit on, with the sticky things on their breasts. You know the sticky things on the nipples, and maybe sometimes they don't even have that, with thongs underneath. Maybe sometimes they don't even have that. You understand? So the amount of nudity and the amount of sexual energy that's being pushed out right now, it's like it's taking over. It's taking over, and protect your kids the best way you know how, because you have your kids running rampant out there. That's what they're gonna lean towards. That's what they're gonna do. That's where they're gonna go. That's where they're gonna head, because everybody's doing it. Remember, Aquarius is about the group thinking. Everybody's doing it, so why can't they do it? Okay, so we have some rebellious energy coming out around here. Some rebellious energy. The kids are getting out of hand. Some of you parents may be exhausted. Okay, you need to recharge and regroup. Some of you may be exhausted. Maybe you have exhausted everything that you've had. Your finances. You feel like your finances is drained. Okay, you're looking for options. Sometimes they just need some good counseling, so some therapy, you know. And especially if they have endured some type of trauma or gone through some type of trauma, seeing a breakup or seeing a divorce or seeing the family fighting, or you and your spouse arguing and fighting all the time, and there's so much going on, even on social media. And there's this guy with this girl. She's like, oh my God, it's too much. It's too much toxicity. It's too much toxicity, and this is what that's being portrayed out there. You know, that's that's being portrayed out there. That's what they're loyal to. Okay, social media, everybody's on their phone. You're outside, they're walking with their phone in their hand, down their head. They're not even looking where they're going. They're not looking where they're going, because why? This was a gamble that they took. This was a gamble that was taken. A gamble that was taken that is paying off, because the distraction is real. So people are not looking at, do they even ride bicycles anymore? Do they even ride bicycles anymore? Do they even go out and play anymore? Do they open the hydrants anymore? And you see the kids when it's hot 100 degrees, the kids outside running under the fire hydrant, having fun, playing outside. Do they even do that anymore? Back in the Caribbean, when there was nothing to do, we used to go by the river. We used to go by the river, spend whole day in the river. When you come out there, you come out like a fish, because you've been in the water all day, eating mangoes, picking mangoes, and eating guavas, and all day. You don't need no food. River water. River water. Some of us used to bring our food by the river. Some of us used to bring our food by the river. However, we used to cook it. Maybe, we young then. That time, you shock a rice, you put butter in it, and you go by the river. Whole day, you're having fun by the river with your friends. You understand? Not anymore. Everything has changed now. Everybody's in their phone. The resources is too much. Like the resources is like I wouldn't say that the resources is too much, because we have sudden wealth in the reverse. Maybe because the resources are limited, that's why they're turning to all the different the toxicity, you know. But you have a helping hand here. You have a helping hand here. You have someone that's going to help you. um you're saying to take bold steps forward in order for you to change the situation. They're saying that no one can handle it all by themselves. You need others to assist you with services, increase productivity. Some of you may be thinking about changing jobs. Maybe you've been out of the house a lot. You've been out of the home too much. Maybe some of you are thinking of maybe homeschooling your kids, or staying home and doing work from home. I don't know if that's an option for you, but some of you may be thinking about it. But the most important thing is that you keep an eye on your kids. You gotta keep close. You gotta keep a close look when it comes to your children, or what you see as your children. So sometimes it's not even. Sometimes it's, if this is okay. This is another situation here, because with the child it could be something that you're creating. You gotta keep a close look on it, because it looks like someone is sending a lot of toxicity when it comes to you building something, or when it comes to you achieving something. Maybe your childhood dreams, they've been sending a lot of negative energy to you. This is a 13, this is a 4, and then we have 4-4. So you may be seeing 4-4-4 a lot, and 4-4-4 is usually the sign that the archangels and the angels are around you. Your guardian angels are around you, the angels that are working with you, the spirit guides, your spiritual team is with you, you know. So if it's something that you're building, from the ground up, this is something small. If it's something small that you're working on, they're saying that it's going to bring you a lot of wealth. But